As the hearing of the case by the impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagu continues in High Court, his lawyers now want the three bench judges that were constituted by the Deputy CJ, Philomena Mwilu, to recuse themselves out of this case, citing that there is a conflict of interest between the three judges. Remember, this fight began in the very first day when the lawyers for the impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagu were arguing that Philomena Mwilu, the Deputy CJ, is not fit to hold or to constitute a three-bench judge, which the High Court again came and gave a blow to Rigathi Gachagu by saying that the Deputy CJ is also allowed to constitute a bench of judges, whether 3, 5, or 7, to hear a certain case. Now, why are they saying that Anthony Murima, Freda Mugamba, and also Judge Eric Ogolla are not fit to hear the case? So, Judge Eric Ogolla is allegedly being coerced into staying on the case with the threat that his wife will lose his job if he recuses himself from that case. Now, this is a letter that shows the actual appointment of his wife, Florence Auma, into the position. Now, Gazette Notice number 7515, the State Corporation Act Cap 446, the Kenya Water Towers Agency Order 2012, Kenya Water Towers Agency appointment. In exercise of the powers conferred by paragraph 6, 1G of the Kenya Water Towers Agency Order 2012, as read together with section 51(1) of the Interpretation and General Provisions Act, the Cabinet Secretary for Environment, Climate Change and Forestry appoints Rose Umbaki and also Flores Auma Oluoch to be members of the Kenya Water Towers Agency Board for a period of 3 years, with effect from the 9th June 2023. The appointment effected Vide Gazette Notice number 115/15/2021 and 9368/2022 are revoked. Dated the 7th June of 2023. Soipantuya, CS for Environment, Climate Change and Forestry. So, actually, there could be a conflict of interest here, as the judges argue that this is a judge of the High Court, Eric Ogolla. Hawaii Florence Auma is a board member in a government institution. So, what bars him from executing his duties in the rightful manner as the Constitution wants him? That interest there, as his wife, would bar him from executing rightful judgment. That is the argument for the lawyers for the impeached Deputy President. Another one is Judge Anthony Murima and Freda Mugambi, or Mugambi, I think. Yeah, they are linked to the deputy nominee, that is Professor Kithure Kindiki, and also William Samuel Ruto, who is the president. And also they are linked to the Senate Speaker Amason Kingi. Of course, they need to have fears with regards to the drama that happened in the National Assembly, and also that drama, we saw it law being violated openly in the Senate, as this was a well-orchestrated move to ousted the DP, that is Rigathi Gachagu. So these lawyers are actually right to doubt if the three-bench judge are able to dispense justice to Rigathi Gachagu's case. So conflict of interest is the bone to chew here. Now, do we say that the chicken has come home to roast? Why? There is gross violations of the constitution even in the High Court, which is supposed to uphold the rule of the constitution family. Does it mean to say that now the constitution is being practiced partially and some of it is being thrown away? Are we the ones who are in the dark, such that people can just make judgments based on their feelings and what they think is right at that particular moment? Let us wait and see how these unfold. As remember in this video here, we had Professor Dunstan Omari saying that whatever party that loses, this case will go to the Court of Appeal. Then in the Court of Appeal, whichever party that loses, the case shall head to the Supreme Court, hence opening a window for the deputy president to resume office up until March of the year 2027. We don't know how real is this, what timelines he's basing his argument on, but let us wait and see how this justice is dispensed in the High Court, from High Court to the Court of Appeal, and finally to the Supreme Court. Could there be also some corruption dealings that are happening within the High Court? Because we had these cases, especially after the 2022 presidential elections, whereby allegations by the control party, that the bereaved party, that was the ODM and the Azimio la Umoja, who are feeling like Judge Philomena Mwilu was a compromised judge in handling the petition that was behind her, or was beforehand in her. Now, bearing these in mind, what do you think? Are these the kicks of the dying horse, or do these case hold waters in your view? What do you think? If you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button, so anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow our Facebook page for regular updates. I'm so interested to see how these cases will be finalized. I want to see how justice will be dispensed. And actually, the lawyer for the state did contradict these allegations by the lawyers of the impeached DP Gachagu by saying that the law does not prohibit freedom of association to the members of the jury with other members. So that I don't know how one can argue that conflict of interest based on this, but we could clearly see that if you hold that top position and one of your close kin or is in another position, it is easier to be compromised. Blackmail is so inevitable in this case. That's why, in my view, I also think that the three judges that have been mentioned here, that is Anthony Murima, Fred Mugambi, and Eric Ogolla, are unfit to hold this case, and therefore it is just good that they recuse themselves from presiding over this impeachment hearing case by Rigathi Gachagu. That's all. Call me Ahmed Khali for the Unscripted Talks. If you love content of this nature, kindly, I'm also reminding you, continue subscribing to our YouTube channel and press the notification button for regular updates. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.